Lopez, including 13 in that first quarter. James Harden contributed with 11 assists, 5 points, 12 from Derrick Jones Jr., and 11 points, 10 rebounds for Ivica Zubac. Well, for Carlo Jimenez, David Bartley, Joey Kimball, Adam Oslin will take you the rest of the way post-game, and Daniel West back in the studio. Thanks for hanging out with us. One down and a whole lot more to go. The Clippers fall to Denver as they continue their road to the regular season here in the Clippers Audio Network.
Well done, Carl.
Good stuff, team.
We did it.
One down.
TV's still getting an interview after a loss.
I know. Well, might as well.
Yeah. Brooke Lopez is that nice.
Honestly.
It's on 5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not?
Yeah, it is.
It's on AM 570 for your postgame show. So we'll get out at 9:30, Daniel. Cool. 2 more preseason games left to go, guys. Wednesday and Friday. Trip to NorCal.
NorCal.
Some gym boys for Carlo.
Huh?
Get some Gym Boys tacos up in Sacramento.
Ooh, I might have to. Where is it?
Or you
I've
can
never
get some
been.
glizzies.
Get some glizzies. Plain.
Plain. Maybe just ketchup.
It's just. Clippers fall, guys. But it's just preseason.
Yeah, I'm not counting this towards my undefeated appearances, Carlo.
Oh.
This one doesn't count.
I agree with that. It's just preseason, but that won't stop the chat from overreacting. Collins looks sluggish with balls handling. Well, Clippers fall in preseason game number 2 by a score of 102-94 to the Denver Nuggets. You're at Intuit Dome. Welcome into your post-game show. Coming up, post-game highlights and, of course, your post-game box score. But first, back over to your radio voice of the Clippers in Carlo Jimenez. So, Clippers battled, but it was a Denver Nuggets team that could not miss with Curtis Jones, especially down the stretch of this one. They were better than the Clippers' young guys, who did have their moments still. And as you mentioned, we'll look forward probably to seeing more of them as the preseason moves along here, Carlo.
Yeah, it's a group that's still trying to find some chemistry. They didn't play a lot together in Oceanside. These are really their first minutes as a group, those 5 of Preston, Conan Niederhauser, Christie, Kobe Brown, and Jordan Miller. I expect that group to continue to get better. I thought we saw some really great stuff from Chris Paul and Brooke Lopez in this game. There was a lot to be impressed by. And at the end of the day, the young guys are just trying to get better for not this season, but seasons to come when they can be contributors. This is the deepest team in the NBA by many measures. There's not going to be a lot of young talent playing on a day-to-day basis. You just hope you see that improvement time in and time out.
Yeah, and if there's ever a time where it's process over results, that would be the preseason. So even though they lost this ball game, just like when they won last game, the takeaways are a little bit different than just the final score out there. You want to see some growth, and you want to see guys who are going to be playing heavy minutes start to ramp up and look like they're ready for the regular season. Felt like Brooke Lopez was one of them tonight for the Clippers.
13 points in that opening quarter. He hit 3 threes to start. It was impressive stuff from Brook Lopez. And like you said, Adam, he was just as effective on the defensive end and also always talking to the officials, trying to figure out what he can do better for the next game. So impressive stuff from Brook, being able to show his force. Splash Mountain was in full effect. I mean, the 1-2 punch from the Clippers, really the highlight of the game outside of Kawhi Leonard. Zubac's the double-double, and then Brook Lopez, the 15 off the bench.
Something I've noticed, he and Chris Dunn have a nice little connection defensively. We started at the start of the fourth quarter where they were able to trap and create a turnover on the Denver Nuggets. Those two being, savvy defenders that they are, but they haven't played together really. So this is an opportunity for them to build up those reps, and you're seeing it pay off already. There seems to be some instant chemistry with those two. They have that defensive mindset, and there's a meeting of the minds going on.
Yeah, there is really there's an opportunity for the rotation guys to gel and play at an elite level with that second unit. I mean, they can be just as effective as a starting unit for a lot of NBA teams. When you think about guys like Paul Dunn, Lopez, Batum, it's really, really a special group. We haven't even mentioned, Brad Beal has not played. Talk about all the depth. They still have not seen Brad Beal, who Ty Lue said will start for this team. So impressive stuff to come for the Clippers. I thought the continuity was a step ahead, like you had mentioned, especially in that first half. I'm curious to see what Ty Lue thought about his third quarter unit, or a bit more of a sloppy game, but again, to be expected. And like you pointed out, sloppiness both sides doesn't help because no one's really getting hurt by it. So then it just continues. But impressive nonetheless. Really thought Chris Dunn had a nice game. Nico Batum making some fine passes. The Clippers looked good, and most importantly, Adam, they left healthy.
Yeah, and Kawhi Leonard, 19 minutes, 17 points. And it says something when you can go 1 of 6 from the outside. Of course, that one make from 3 was after he ripped it away from Nikola Jokic. But it says something when you take 10 shots in 19 minutes and end up with 17 points. He got to the free throw line, went 6 of 6 there, got to his mid-range shot. He was looking great everywhere but from 3. And last game out, he was knocking down everything from 3 with 5 3-pointers. So maybe a regression to the mean going on here, but Kawhi looked outstanding. I would love to start the regular season now because he looks that ready and prepared to get this thing going.
Not only that, Adam, but you mentioned coming out of the first quarter, hey, let's see if Kawhi's a little more aggressive. He's only 1 for 2. Took 8 shots in that second quarter. Really put his foot on the gas to try to make his stamp on this game, which he did. I mean, he led the team in points with 17. The only guy who scored more than him was Aaron Gordon, who had 18, 16 of those coming in the first half. And Gordon played the second half, unlike Kawhi Leonard. Impressive stuff from the Claw. Not only his shot making, but his shot selection. Feels like he feels much more comfortable taking the quick 3, extending the game. Clearly something he has worked on this season, which has led to a lot of success. So I'm excited, as like you said, the regular season can start as soon as possible. We will see how much Ty Lue plays his guys the rest of the way. Obviously, only 2 more games. The Clippers open things up on October 22nd. So you're talking 10 days from now. How much do we see them Wednesday against Sacramento, Friday against Golden State? But nonetheless, this is a group that looks like they're ready to play hard. The defense was impressive, especially to start the game. And they flew around on the offensive end, got a ton of guys involved, 24 assists on their 33 makes. Not as efficient shooting the ball today, but it's to be expected. They played an NBA team, but still shared the rock at an elite level.
Clippers fall 102-94 in preseason game number 2 here at Intuit Dome to the Denver Nuggets. As Carlo mentioned, next up Wednesday night up in Sacramento from Golden One Center. Tip-off against the Kings will be at 7. We'll have your pregame show starting at 6. Carlo, great call as always. Get yourself a street glizzy on your way home.
I'll do that. I'm done.
What? We can't get a can't wait or let's go?
Adam, 1 in the books. Hopefully 100 more to go. Let's go!
Coming up next, we'll get to your post-game box score and more. Clippers fall late in preseason game number 2 to the Denver Nuggets. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network.
I'm going vegan.
All right, guys, I banned Adam Silver.
Thanks, Daniel.
Ironically. I'm good, Daniel. We're good. But I appreciate you doing it. You're doing the Lord's work. So we got 2 more breaks after this one, right? This guy don't need a glizzy. He's got the popcorn. Look at this, Carlo. I gave him a timeout. Oh, you want to ban us? I'm giving you a timeout. One more? Typically, there's there'll be 2 more breaks after this. Right. So 2 breaks after this, right? Okay. Maybe preseason, whatever. Someone's apologizing for being inappropriate. This is an internet rarity. Since when? Clippers lose to the Denver Nuggets here at Intuit Dome, but this time it's just a preseason loss. Final score, Denver 102, the Clippers 94. Welcome back into your post-game locker room show. I'm Adam Osland. No Clippers Talk call-in show tonight because it's still preseason. We'll get to that on October 22nd when the Clippers start off on the road in Utah. We'll have your full post-game show with all the accessories, of course. But still much to talk about here as we got you for a couple more segments. And I want to start with this. Kawhi Leonard continues to look as good as ever. He starts off the game drawing a foul on Cameron Johnson. Then a steal leading to a Kawhi dunk in transition made it 6-0 Clippers. In the second quarter, when he really started to work and get busy out there, he had a mid-range bucket, then got Murray on a pump fake. Kawhi was missing from 3 to start, but had a right elbow fall-away jumper that was butter at the 5-minute mark of the second. Kawhi had some also really nice passes, some no-look passes out there that didn't end up with the shots being made, so people will forget about him, but he had some dimes that unfortunately the Clippers couldn't convert on. Kawhi also then turned the corner for a big dunk near the end of the first half, going to his right. You could see the explosiveness there. That's as important as anything going into the season. I can't stress this enough, but in Lawrence Frank's exit interview, he spoke about how Kawhi getting to the offseason healthy means he can train the way he wants to. And he thought there could be another level of athleticism he could get to because of that. He's not coming off of surgery. He's able to work out. He's one of the hardest workers really in NBA history. You listen to some of the guys that worked out with Kawhi. So he got back to that for the first time since 2020. He was able to do it the way he wanted to, and he looks fantastic out there. But that dunk going right, emblematic of that. Kawhi then also, before the half was over, had a steal on an interior pass to Jokic, where those defensive instincts by a 2-time DPOY player is just otherworldly. He takes it the other way. He's 0-5 from 3 and had the confidence to just pull up in transition and knock down his first three-pointer. He had 13 points in that second quarter, but Kawhi Leonard finished with 17, 5 of 10 from the field, just 1 of 6 from the outside. Also was getting to the free throw line. That can sometimes be a sign of quickness and athleticism. 6 of 6 from the charity stripe when guys just can't guard you because you're moving at a different pace than maybe what they're accustomed to seeing, even going back to that playoff series against Denver. I thought James Harden struggled a little bit, just 1 of 6, 1 of 3 from the field. He did have 11 dimes. The 3 turnovers, though, were those inexplicable, inexcusable turnovers that did not need to happen, where I think Carlo put it best. Maybe he's trying some things. It's the preseason. And we did see that last preseason. he was turnover happy or heavy with them. And then eventually, once Kawhi came back later in the season, he cut down on the turnovers, but a little bit lackadaisical with the basketball. He did have a pass to Collins early on. John Collins was starting this game. No bogey, but Collins and DJ were out there next to Kawhi, next to James Harden and Ivica Zubac. Harden had a pass to Collins where they couldn't get on the same page. I don't know if that was necessarily on him. Harden did have a straightaway three, had a turnover that led to an easy Nuggets run out at the 3:30 mark of the first. Another bad pass at the 2-minute mark of the first. That was taken away. He had 8 assists to 3 turnovers heading into that second quarter. And as I mentioned, finished with 11 assists. So he didn't have a turnover after that. Played 24 minutes in this one, had 5 points, his lone make being a 3-pointer here. Ivica Zubac looked fantastic. 11 in 23 minutes, 5 of 6 shooting. He went 7 of 8 on Thursday night. He also had a double-double in just those 23 minutes, had 11 and 10 out there. Zubac had a dunk on Jokic where he was fouled. Jokic didn't even really try to get up to contest it, but then they have intentionally fouled Zoo again, and he had a reverse little flip layup showing off the finesse, a little bit of English. That was an and one. Had a tip in on a Collins baseline jumper that was missed. Then in the second quarter, Ivica Zubac, a left-handed floater, made it 44-40. The Nuggets, I think it was, Ivica Zubac was missing some free throws, and that's a little bit of a concern right now because he started off slow with the charity stripe last season is where I was going with that. But Zubac was going left then in the second quarter against Jokic for a tough layup. He thought he was fouled. It happened at the 4:15 mark, but quick movements. He lost 10 to 12 pounds. He says he feels not just lighter, but stronger out there. It's looked like that so far. So that final stat line, 23 minutes, 11 points, 10 boards for Big Zoo. John Collins, as I mentioned, got the start, went 3 of 7, had 9 points, went 1 of 2 from the outside, still looking like his shot. Sometimes you say, well, he didn't take enough 3-pointers. The sample size isn't there. Can you rely upon him shooting 40% last season? You look at the fundamentals in his shot, like it's pretty to look at. I don't know if he's going to shoot 40% from 3, but I'm confident he should be anywhere between 37% and 40% from the outside. He did hit a jumper early on, too, for his first bucket. He was on Gordon on the other end. He gave up a corner 3 early on off a really nice feed from Jokic to Gordon. Stop me if you've heard that before. Then he defended the next 3 taken by Aaron Gordon very well. Collins then hit what he thought was a 3-pointer, ended up being a long 2 in the near side corner that he was kicking himself for. But John Collins finished 3 of 7, 9 points in 24 minutes with 4 boards. Did have 3 turnovers himself. Derrick Jones Jr. had 12 points in 20 minutes, and I want to say all 12 points came within about a 4-minute stretch. The Clippers didn't get back on defense. They didn't listen to what the shirts say with that acronym. If you know, you know. And there was a timeout around the 4-minute mark of the second quarter because the Denver Nuggets got a free run out. After that, you saw the Clippers trying to beat the Denver Nuggets at their own game. DJ had a quick scoop layup at the 3:25 mark, and then 2 runouts to end the half on a feed from JC, and then a long hit-ahead outlet from James Harden, and then a layup cutting to the basket on a nice feed from Ivica Zubac. Then a third DJ steal and an and one. So he really got active near the end of that second quarter, and the Clippers went on a 10-2 run to take the lead at the half. So if there was something encouraging when the Clippers were playing their starters and Denver was playing their starters, the Clippers did lead heading into the third quarter at the half. CP3 much quieter in this ball game. 21 minutes, just 2 points, 1 of 5, 0 of 3 from the outside. I'm trying to make sure, did I finish with everybody in terms of the starters? Yes, I did. Brook Lopez, again, 15 points in 17 minutes, 6 of 10. The array of shots that Brook Lopez was able to hit in this ball game. I'll tell you about them when we come back. Clippers fall in preseason game number 2, 102-94 to the Denver Nuggets here at Intuit Dome. I'm Adam Osland, and you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers Audio Network. How we doing, chat? Oh, we're doing great, I see. What a bunch of morons. It's a meaningless preseason game. Yes, please like and subscribe if you haven't. People are getting into it. People arguing on the internet? What is this? Say it ain't so. You guys gonna be back here on Wednesday? Clippers taking on the Kings. I'll talk about Brooke Lopez, Chris Dunn, and the young guys coming up next here in our final segment. Right, this is it here, Daniel? I'm with you. Do you want to play music with a minute left? Cool, cool. It's good to be back at Intuit Dome, guys. The wall was popping in a preseason game. You guys had Aaron Gordon missing some free throws. Now, Aaron Gordon was still the leading scorer in this game with 18, and he continues to be a thorn in their side, whether it's Kawhi guarding him, James Harden, or John Collins. Just has all the confidence in the world against the Clippers. And he's a very good player. It's not just the Clippers dealing with him. But he was 4 of 6 at the charity stripe. Jokic just 12 points, 6 of 9 shooting, 0 of 2 from the outside. Christian Brown, don't call him Braun, had 11. Jonas Valanciunas, their big backup big man, had 10 and 9 in 18 minutes. Clippers lose late as the young guys couldn't pull it through in their first home game of the preseason so far. 102-94, the Denver Nuggets were victorious here at Intuit Dome. Clippers' third preseason game, Spit It Out Osland, is coming up on Wednesday. They'll be up in Sacramento taking on the Kings. But more from this, I teased it before the break. Brooke Lopez looked phenomenal in this game. And he looked good on Thursday night too. But 15 points in 17 minutes, and it's the way he got his buckets. These were not easy shots. Straightaway 3 at the 3:08 mark. So he's coming in late in the first quarter. Hits another 3, 2:15 mark. Another 3 at the 1:10 mark. After a pump fake, relocate, and he shot that one from 30 feet out. Then Lopez had a fadeaway in the mid-range. I want to say he had 11 points in the first quarter. Second quarter, a free throw line fall away to get to 13 and got the friendly roll there. And then in the third quarter, a fadeaway on the far side baseline where he just nets it. And then a block on the other end on Bruce Brown. He missed the 3. It would have been a spectacular back and forth sequence. The one-man wrecking crew, Brooke Lopez there. But the Brookie Monster, Brolo, Splash Mountain, call him whatever you want. Tonight he looked dominant and looked like the best backup center in the league, which he very well may be, considering he's never played backup. The only reason he's doing so now is because, he likes the Clippers, he likes to beat the Zubats, and he's willing to come here and sacrifice. 15 points on 6 of 10 shooting, 3 of 6 from 3 in 17 minutes for Brooke Lopez. And there's something else, and we talked about it a little bit post-game, but him and Chris Dunn, there's a connection there defensively. They know where each other are on the floor. They are speaking to each other telepathically, like Jean Grey. Is that Jean Grey and Xavier, Professor X? Yeah, like they have some innate ability going on there, an unspoken message. And they had a play where they trapped Denver at the start of the fourth quarter, which led to a turnover by the Denver Nuggets. But I've seen them just be swarming out there, and why not? Brooke Lopez was a runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year just a couple years ago. We know how good Chris Dunn is. Should have been on an all-defensive team last year, but didn't play enough games where he got to the 20-minute mark. I'm just monitoring this because they're going to be playing a lot in the second unit. So very encouraging to see that there. Nico Batum started the second half. Kawhi didn't play at all in the second half. 14 minutes. The traditional stats don't say much about Nico Batum, but he was moving well out there. That's all I care about. Batum will stay ready, be ready, and in case of emergency, break glass, bring out Nico Batum, and he'll help you win a big game. But the young guys late in this one, as they were playing late, and unfortunately weren't able to come through. But from what I saw from Jordan Miller, he had a layup off a nice pass from Kobe Brown on the left block, and then a big three out of a timeout to tie the ball game at 82 in the fourth quarter, as it was a bit of a mess in the third. Things really slowed down. It was a rock fight. This game was down in the mud for a while. It was a hard watch, but that happens in the preseason, of course. Other young guys of note, Cam Christie had a steal and slam at the 6:49 mark of the fourth. And then Cam off the glass. Cam I am for the and one to make it 89-87. Clippers a few possessions later. That was a big shot. Kobe hit a three-pointer at the 5-minute mark to put the Clippers up by 2. But Yannick Conan Niederhauser, big block at the 7:30 mark of the fourth after he came in for Brook. Then had a putback at the 3-minute mark. Came down with it, made a nice move, went to his right, decisive with the layup. Hit a couple of free throws to put him up 94-93. But something that stood out to me more than anything, because, again, the exclamation point wasn't put on the play because they didn't hit the shot. Yannick went behind his back, then threw a pass over his shoulder on the move. It was a beautiful display of his ball handling abilities out there and just having the ball in a string for a big man like that. We saw it during the Summer League. I don't know what we're looking at with Yannick Conan Niederhauser in terms of the handle that he has, but the shot was missed. That happened about the 1:15 mark of the fourth quarter. Clippers fall late 102-94 in game 2 of the preseason to the Denver Nuggets. Is that music I'm hearing? Am I getting played out? Play it a little bit louder. Let me know, Daniel, because I can't hear because there's music played here too. Clippers next ball game coming up on Wednesday night up north against the Sacramento Kings. Tip off at 7. Pregame show here at 6. I'm Adam Moslin. We will talk to you guys then. Sorry, Daniel. I couldn't hear a damn thing. It's really loud in here. I couldn't hear the music. It's so loud.
Yeah, apparently they have a concert here.
Yeah.
I didn't know about.
Clipper Nation, we'll talk to you all on Wednesday.
Thanks, Daniel.